Let me just make sure we're on Twitch.
Of course, I'm logged into the wrong account, but oh well. We are experiencing technical difficulties. What else is fucking...
That's basically what I'm saying in the tweet.
Twitch is definitely working, though. I just checked. You got some shit on your lips, Justin. Okay, so at least we are able to get our Twitch going. Let me just make sure that I can't get into YouTube right now. Yeah, no, it's still giving me the same crappy error. What fucking ever. Sorry, YouTube. Ain't happening. Okay, so Steve, let me know when you're done with your tweet there, and then we can sync up here. Let's make sure everybody's got Audacity going, or whatever your program is.
Our hashtag is blame YouTube. Okay.
All right.
Tweet's done. I'm recording.
All right. I'm retweeting.
Can we get rid of the screen share, Eugene?
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. Totally forgot.
And then I need to find us on Twitch.
Twitch.tv/Infendo Radio.
Steve, I was going to share the Japanese Power Rangers series with you, but even compressed, it's like 50 gigabytes. So,
Jesus. You're fine.
Might have
Twitch.
Might have to like try and torrent it to you.
That's fine.
Can I get the...
What is my password? This tells you how often I sign into Twitch.
I don't even have a Twitch account, so, you know, somebody chat for me.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to log in and monitor the chat.
I'm in the chat, too. I had to open that chat to put it also on the live stream.
Oh, God, what happened? What happened? Motherfuck, okay. What's going on? Hang on. How do I mute it? I don't know how this works. Oh, where's... There it is. Pop out. Oh, this is quality right here. There we go.
Okay.
I'm still giving this video a thumbs up.
I don't even see what the tweet was. Let's see what you got here. Oh, yeah. Nice. Hashtag blame YouTube. Hi, Phantom.
Here we go. What up, Phantom? YouTube's broken!
We're gonna get started here on Twitch, though. So, are you recording Steve and Justin?
I think so. Yes. And awesome. Let me just make sure my microphone must be on if you can hear me. So,
I'm gonna hide non-video participants. There we go. I figured out how to hide people's screens, Justin, because remember we talked about that for people that are non-videos. Oh, so good. on the actual Twitch, it's not going to show Phantom, even though he's in this room still. We can still.
Hi, Phantom.
Yeah, you're still here.
We love you though, Phantom. We need you to know that. We just want it to look good.
We just don't want to look at you.
Okay, I hope everybody is recording. Let's get synced up.
Night for Eugene.
Right. Ready? In yep. 3, 2, 1. All right, Justin, hit me.
I can't reach you. 4 minutes and 5 seconds.
All right, Steve.
16:20.
All right, perfect. Well, Twitch, hi. Thank you for being with us here tonight.
YouTube, we tried, but YouTube, you're broken. Fix your shit.
It's nothing we can do about it, YouTube. I'll keep trying throughout the show to get it back on YouTube, but
I'll keep an eye on the YouTube chat as well, Eugene.
Appreciate that, buddy. All right, guys, let's get.
I've got 2 screens. Sorry.
Nice. I have 3 screens, Steve. No, just kidding. Let's get rolling, guys. We're already a few minutes late. Remember that Suck My Balls is going first, so you are on deck.
Oh, all right, let me eat my last chip.
Oh, shoot. I knew I forgot something. I forgot to... I made... you know how Lucas made those things? I made some, too, for the videos, or for the, the intros for the sections, and I forgot to put them on this computer. So I was going to use it. I was going to use them for this show, but we're already late, so we're going to get going. Let me just level out my audio. Oh, no, screw that. We'll just do it during the break. Whatevs. All right, guys, let me make a note. Control B. All right, let's do it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infendo Radio. This is episode number 455. We are live on Twitch, not YouTube, not tonight. YouTube, you're broken. I don't know why, but whatevs. This gives us an opportunity to connect with the Twitch side of things, so that's good. Steve, how are you doing tonight?
I'm all fucked up. I don't know what's going on. My time is off. For those of you that don't know, I'm on vacation days this week. I'm not actually on vacation because it was impromptu, but I'm using vacation days. So I'm getting paid this week, even though I'm sitting on my ass playing video games all week. Eugene, did you just flip me off? I saw that.
I did not. I
saw it too.
Justin, we don't see you, but we can hear you. How are you doing tonight? Oh, oh, Lord Almighty. It was well worth it. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. The get up, which if you're listening to the podcast, you're missing out on, is because I'm showing off this little doohickey given to me by my buddy Schnazzy One, who 3D printed it for me.
Nice.
So
that's awesome.
Told him he's actually hang on. He's actually 3D printed a few things for me, but some of them need painting. That's why I haven't shown them off yet. But for my birthday, he 3D printed me an N64 logo and a GameCube logo. So I need to paint those and put them on stands, which is why I haven't showed them off yet. But
does your GameCube logo make the sound?
No, but it is 3-dimensional.
That's so cool.
So that is awesome. Cube, and when you hold it at a certain angle, it makes the G and has the thing through the middle.
That's freaking awesome.
You're gonna have
to. You, but it's on the other side of the room.
That's gonna be a fun one to paint because you gotta. Are you gonna paint it like to kind of shade it so then it?
I'm probably just gonna spray paint it purple.
Okay, that'll work.
But this Batman logo, I don't know if I said for the listeners what it is. It's a Batman emblem that is a replica of the one that was on his suit in the 1989 Batman that has the extra little tails and the really thin wings. So
nice.
I've always wanted one of those, and he said he could make it. So thank you, Schnazzy.
Nice, very nice, awesome. Well, if you are not listening to us live, what are you doing? You can watch us on the TVs with the videos and the things. You can go to twitch.tv/Infendo Radio or go to our YouTube channel. You can get to both of those from infendo.com and then, subscribe to those both of those links in our in that header menu there. Also from there, I want to bring this one up too as well. Go to our friend code little table that's on there and add your stuff. I've been trading Pokemon gifts with Slacker Monkey daily. I added a few new people to my Switch friend code, so that was great. Yeah, let's get some gameplay going on. Go and add your friend codes there. All right, well, we're going to move into the news, and we're going to let Justin take us away. We'll be right back.
All right, let me finish reading this article I'm about to talk about here. fluff, stuff I already know.
Okay, let me get the audio.
All right. Now that I got that out of my system.
Here's the show
music.
music.
And all over your monitor.
I think I want to go with this one. Alright, tell me how audio level is.
Good.
Awesome.
It's funny that you should pick this, because I was listening to random music on my phone today, and the Underground theme came on.
Oh,
That song through my phone randomly in a couple of years.
That's funny. Well, I figured I was gonna go with that because because that's gonna be kind of like what our timer tune is gonna be. Our timer is gonna be the Super Mario Brothers 3 or Super Mario Brothers 2 rather. Sorry.
Say that's the Subspace music, isn't it?
This is gonna be our stuff.
I like it.
It's a little long, but we'll go with it.
That works. It's funny because, I've been playing Doki Doki Panic, so...
Nice.
All the Super Mario 2 stuff is
Eugene's hitting all the feels today.
I guess I am. All right, Justin. Well, then remember visual and audio cues, and then I'll let you bring us in.
That means I have to look at you. All right.
Let me
I'm
make
back.
a note here. Justin News. All right, I'm gonna mute myself, and away we.
All right, our first piece of news for the night is one that has me really excited. It probably excites the rest of you guys. Time Splitters might be coming back.
Yes.
So
I'm excited.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Time Splitters was a game made for the PlayStation 2, and then the sequels also came out on GameCube and Xbox. That was made by former Rare developers who had worked on GoldenEye. Some of them had worked on Perfect Dark. So it had that the same feel as GoldenEye, but, very different characters and plot and all that, obviously. But so Free Radical Design was the developer of that. They got bought by Crytek and became Crytek UK for a while and worked on the Crisis series, and then got shut down. But Koch Media, that's Koch, no relation to the Koch brothers, if that matters to anyone.
I looked up at the wrong time.
But the Koch Media, who own THQ Nordic, acquired the rights to Time Splitters and Free Radical's other first-person shooter Second Sight. As of yet, there aren't any games announced. This just happened, I think literally today. But the CEO of Koch Media, whose name I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce because he's German, had this to say, quote, "We are hugely excited to have acquired Time Splitters. The original game gave fans a massive Take two. Quote, "We are hugely excited to have acquired Time Splitters. The original games gave fans a massive content offer and provided a pure and genuinely fun arcade shooter experience. We have many fans of the Time Splitters series among our own staff who are passionate about creating a product that will thrill today's gaming audience." So again, thus far there hasn't been anything officially announced, but the franchise will be handled by Deep Silver, which is apparently a subsidiary of Koch Media. So what do we think?
Well, hold on. Let me go first because
you go first.
I think maybe no, that's probably not true. I think Lucas is maybe a bigger Time Splitter fan than me. What I was gonna say is I think aside from Justin, I might be the second biggest Time Splitters fan here. No offense, Steve, but
No, you're not.
Steve might be above me because I never finished the third one, but
you're doing better than me.
Sure. I'm just ready for, and this is my hope. I hope that it brings back like the GoldenEye and Time Splitter objective style mission objective type things, right?
Yes, and the nice 10 to 15 minute levels like Halo and Call of Duty started this whole thing of levels and first person shooters taking an hour to beat, and
right.
I like the small chunks of those Time Splitters and the rare developed shooters.
Agree. Yeah, so that's why I hope that comes back, because I actually really like that. I like that, on a higher difficulty level, that there would be more objectives to make it, harder to complete everything. I thought that was really good game design.
So, Time Splitters was actually I can't say very first-person shooter I ever played, because it wasn't. Doom and Quake were, but it was the first one that I really enjoyed playing. And Eugene, are you trying to talk?
I was talking to Google. Go on.
Oh, sorry. That just completely sidetracked me. But I think the reason I enjoyed it so much is because of the local co-op. And that's something that a lot of shooters seem to be missing nowadays, is local co-op. Even like the new Doom, unless I'm mistaken, doesn't have it. And I love those, like you guys said, objective-based, co-op games that aren't so much jumping around and doing all this weird stuff, but you run, you shoot, and you do stuff throughout the level. That's the kind of shooters that I enjoy. Those are the only ones that I'll even play, really. So, yeah.
Can I also say that I kind of like not having to jump in my first-person shooter? Like, yeah. I grew up on stuff like, Doom and Wolfenstein, like the original Doom and Wolfenstein, and
right.
GoldenEye was a huge thing for me. Perfect Dark just as much. So when Halo came out and suddenly there was jumping, it just felt like it complicated things a little too much.
I'm not even a fan of Metroid Prime for the same reason.
I mean, in Metroid's defense, it was a
platformer first,
right? I was gonna say it was basically a Metroidvania game in first person,
right? And I understand that, but it felt, when it took that leap, no pun intended, it actually felt too much like a shooter and not enough like a Metroid game for my personal taste.
Yeah. So. And I guess the only thing I'll append to that as kind of a tangentially related side note.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized that Steve has the exact same sheets I used to have on my bed when I was a bachelor. But anywho, as a side note to the whole first person jumping Metroid. There we go. Lost my train of thought because of Steve's sheets. Let me try this one more time. Tangentially related to that, I've never really considered the Prime games part of the Metroid canon. I've always kind of considered those offshoots, which is why, when like Lucas gets all excited about Ridley and how big and important of a character he is, I'm like, not really. He's just like, a recurring sub-boss. He's, he's Bowser Jr. He's not that big a deal, but, the Prime games kind of built up all that lore that I never really considered official.
Sure. Well, we are going to move on to our next news topic, and we're going to let me take it, but we're going to take a little break before we do so. We'll be right back.
Oh, I've angered the schnazzy one.
Why?
Prime was a great, good game. Shut
I enjoyed what I played. I enjoyed what little I played of Prime, but I have started that game 3 times and never gotten more than, like maybe a half dozen hours into it. I don't have the attention span for it. Every other Metroid game I've beaten, except for that one. Those.
I'm going to test my audio here. How about this one, Steve? This one's for you. Is this the one that you had stuck in your head?
No, I was actually thinking the Mario 1 Underground.
Oh, the Underground, you said. I don't think I have Underground in this one either, actually. Oh, actually, Underground is the Dark World. That would be this one.
Yeah, you played it already. Yeah, I was thinking the actual Mario 1. Like
do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, I was way off. I suck at this game.
I say stick with Super Mario USA, Mario 2, Doki Dream Factory, Heart Pounding, Panic Brothers.
Yeah, do this one, Eugene. I like this one.
Is it too loud?
You could go a tiny bit louder if you wanted.
Okay, and then I'll go down with it. I'll start at 50% and then go down with it. Okay, well then let me make a note.
Dirty.
You're thinking of the sand from that first level that you hear this song in. That's why it sounds dirty.
Yeah.
That really is a good game.
Underappreciated.
So it sounds like people are liking the Twitch chat, though. I popped into the YouTube chat, and Jay-Z was saying that there's less of a delay on Twitch. So maybe we'll just maybe we might just use Twitch. I don't know. We'll talk about it on tomorrow's meeting. See what our options are there.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna make a note here, get started, and then I'll lead us into the news.
I have our new campaign. Switch to Twitch.
Oh God. All right, here we go, y'all. And move my cursor. Here we go. Well, we finally are getting some data about what's going to happen with the Switches Online, and one of the things that got announced was that Super Mario Brothers 3 was going to be one of the games that's going to launch with the service in September. So, first of all, I think this is great. I think this is kind of a no-brainer, though. Like, obviously, Super Mario Brothers 3 was going to be available on the streaming service. Like, that's kind of one of the ones that I expected. But my question is, now, is this going to have co-op online that we can play through the online service? Because that's what I really want. Because I've played this game a million times, but I've never played it with Justin, or I've never played it with Steve or Lucas. So like that'd be really cool.
Well, there is no real co-op in Mario 3, but there is that little Mario Brothers.
No, there's co-op. You can do two-player, and then you switch off, and
Yeah, I don't consider that.
That's what I think. I think it's going to be past the controller style online play.
Which I would love. Just do what Mario Brothers 3 already did in the two-player mode, which was basically that. And then what was cool about that, though, was like, remember how like if you beat a level and then like there's the little spot and then you can choose that level to go to the mini game thing and steal the person's items and stuff like that. That was cool. That was cool.
I forgot about the item stealing. That was cool.
Do we know if they're bringing Super Nintendo games to this service at some point?
No, we don't know anything
Justin,
yet.
Think about this: Donkey Kong Country 2 online co-op, me and you.
Ooh.
Okay. Country, anything in co-op is
touche.
It's just
we can finally settle the score of who's better.
I wanna if they're gonna do Super Nintendo, then let's get Secret of Mana. I know that's only 3 players, but that was a really fun game co-op if you could get the people.
How often
Bomberman?
Are all 4 of us together anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Bomberman. Yes.
So I think we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves here a little bit, but so what do you guys think about the online service finally getting a release announcement?
Well, and they've given us a time frame too. I don't know if it says it in this article, but they confirmed at some point that it's going to be second half of September.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean we already knew September,
closer. But now they've said second half, so I mean we're just narrowing that window some more. So I'm stoked.
Nintendo loves giving us these vague windows and then narrowing them down. Usually they're somewhat related to the fiscal year, but this time it's just probably whenever they get all the bugs worked out.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm not looking forward to paying for it, but at the same time it's $20 for me and my wife, or is it 30?
35
35
for a family plan.
So
20 for an individual, and I'm still
35 to put me and my wife on that. That's fine. I was
Per
paying
year.
60 for PS4
Yeah.
or 50,
And that's
60.
I think it's 60, and that's for one person.
Yeah, and that's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll take 2 people for $35. I don't mind.
Yeah.
And Justin, to answer your question on Twitter from earlier, I'm sure there will be a way to upgrade your plan.
You'll take 2 people for $35?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd
take 2 people for less than that.
Show him what he's got, Alex. Yeah.
I'm gonna have fun with the outtakes this time.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
I think that this is, I mean, again, kind of all no-brainer stuff. I think the real information is going to either, we're not going to know until it launches, or they're going to let us know kind of in little bits and pieces. Like the real information, like, again, like, are we going to be able to play these games online together? Like that, like, how cool would that be? Like hockey, like just, black box hockey together or something like that. That'd be so cool.
Oh, yeah. I'm down for some black box ice hockey.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the nice thing about this. All of us already play online anyway, so all of us are getting this service regardless. This is just stuff that we get that goes with it. Like, I'm already paying for a service. They're giving me Mario effectively because I'm paying for a service I know I'm going to need. I'm good with more games that I don't necessarily have to pay extra for. Plus, there's cloud saves and it sucks that cloud saves are locked behind a paywall, and I know we've had that discussion before.
Right.
But at the same time, most people that would care about cloud saves, and I say most, but most people that would care about cloud saves are online anyway, so they're probably already going to be a subscriber, and I almost wonder if that's why Nintendo made that decision. I don't agree with it. I think it should be standard on the Switch if they're going to offer it.
As much as I hate to disparage one of my favorite companies, I think Nintendo made that decision because they want people to pay for it.
Yeah. Sure. Didn't they announce at some point that like the free-to-play stuff you're not going to have a subscription for, or am I misremembering that?
I think I think like the NES games and everything, you have to have a subscription to access.
No, I'm talking about like a Fortnite or something like that.
Paladins.
That I don't know. I suppose if that's handled by external servers, it's up to them. But if they have to connect through Nintendo, then
might be remains to be seen.
I know Minecraft Realms requires the Nintendo Online service because I looked into that one.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess to kind of close off, like I don't expect Nintendo to like add any extra functionality into these like decades-old games. I just want them to at least give me, something like online play, which is already available in emulators that you can freely download online. By the way, like this is a thing. Let's just give it to us, please. I want it so bad. Okay.
Yeah, other people have already figured it out.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. Well, we're going to move on. We're going to talk about some leakages, and Steve's going to take us away. We'll be right back.
Apparently, I have to figure out how to get into Twitch because,
How in the hell am I supposed to transition from leakage?
Kleenex?
It's leakages. It's plural. All right. Yeah, it seems like it seems like the Twitch chat is definitely on much less of a delay, which is good too.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice.
That should make it interesting.
Yeah, right? Let me test this next track's audio. How about this one?
There you go. That's
too loud? Are we okay?
That's good right there.
Okay, cool. And then I'll make it go down from there. So you know the drill. Visual cues, audio cues, and then you can start talking about the news. Let me just make a note here. Oh, fuck. I forgot to make a note when I ended the news. I think it's right here. Break.
Oh, I already have the Twitch app.
Trophy Steve News. If you have Amazon Prime, you can link it that way too. I'm sure you know that, but
What are we talking about?
On Twitch, if you have Amazon Prime, you can link it to Twitch, and then you can like subscribe to people for free, and then they get like, so like if we were Twitch partners, people could use their Amazon Prime subscription to gift us a free subscription, which I think would give us like $10 or whatever for the month.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So if you have any Twitch people that you like, you can sub to them for free using your Amazon Prime. But we have to get Twitch partner, which we're not. I think it has to be like, we have to get like 100 or 1,000 subscribers or something like that. I don't know. There's a bunch of rules. Anyways, Steve, sorry, I'm rambling. I'm gonna let you take us away.
Update for our live show real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Free to, according to an article that Minus just posted in our Discord, which you guys should all go check out. Free-to-play games won't require Nintendo Switch Online to play.
Oh, cool. Awesome. So. I thought I had read that at some point.
Thank you, Minus.
Nice. Steve, are you ready?
Yes, I'm not going with the leakage one now. I'm going with something else.
You do you. I'm going to start the music here. Ready? Oh, let me mute myself, though.
All right. Speaking of games that require online to play, there was a leak that happened today. Forbes published an article detailing a port that we had no idea that we were getting, but it's one that I actually kind of wanted from the beginning. Diablo 3 is coming to Switch. There's a couple of facts I'm going to read about it real quick, and then we'll kind of go from there. The Switch version is called the Eternal Collection. It's going to feature 4-player local multiplayer on a single Switch, 4-player local multiplayer on 4 separate Switch units, of course. Play online through the Switch service, cloud save support. It'll have the Reaper of Souls and Rise of the Necromancer expansion packs, plus all the other added content and updates. It'll be $60. It's got Nintendo exclusive in-game bonuses, which are a Ganondorf armor set, a Triforce portrait frame, a Cuckoo pet. Oh, that's awesome. And Echoes of the Mask cosmetic wings. I'm not sure what those are. Oh, those must be the purple wings that are on Ganondorf's back. I'm stoked. I have Diablo 3, the Reaper of Souls edition on PlayStation 4. And much like most of my other PlayStation 4 games, I never turned it on because it's on my PS4. And I would have had to do it through remote.
Right?
I know it's a good game. I know I'm going to enjoy said game.
And that's the thing. I ended up having a really good time with that game because I ended up linking up with a buddy and playing it, you know. But like, if I wasn't playing it with somebody else, I probably would have been the same thing.
And see, I only had one buddy playing it, and he was playing it on PS3, and I was playing it on PS4, so we couldn't really link up that way.
Yeah, I've never played a Diablo game, so I'm not sure if this really excites me. But you know, since
it should. It's really good.
Since there's a chance that people I know might be playing it, that definitely increases my interest.
I'll for sure be playing it. And did they say that this? Oh, they haven't said when this is coming out yet. Just later this year is basically all they've said. I had another point I was going to make. Oh, it's the first time a Blizzard game has ever been available on Switch, which begs another question, because I'm going to bring up some other dirt. If your Blizzard account has been tied to a PlayStation 4, are you going to be able to tie it to your Switch? Or are you going to have to start over?
That's a good question.
I just thought of that a minute ago.
I think we already know the answer to that.
Yeah. That's going to be bad. So get ready for more hate on Sony here in a few weeks when that comes out.
If the rumors are to be believed, I'm excited for the pet and the new armor and stuff like that. So that sounds pretty cool. The Kuko and the Ganondorf armor.
Yeah, and there is a picture of the Ganondorf armor in this article we have, and it looks really, 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 really good.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that they put a lot of work into it. It seems to fit better than I think the Zelda armor does in Skyrim, to be honest. Like, I think that the Breath of the Wild armor in Skyrim looks a little out of place, because this is Ganondorf in such a dark world, I think it actually looks really, really good. Just looks a little weird to see him holding that scythe.
Right. I'm glad that it has all of the expansions in there, as it should, obviously. It sounds like it's going to have cloud save support, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like, that's new. I wonder if you're going to be able... probably not. But I wonder if you're going to be able to, like, transfer your Switch save to, like, say, the PC or something like that. I don't think that's ever been a thing. Like, I don't even think you could do that on PS4.
You could... Well,
oh, really?
You could transfer characters between your Blizzard...
Oh, yeah, because it's tied to your Blizzard account. Right.
But, there again, we run into that. Did you ever play on PlayStation 4? And God help me if my Blizzard account is tied to my current email address I use, because if so, I'm going to have to use one of my other email addresses for that account. I hate doing it.
Yeah, it's going to be a bummer.
I might just have to delete my old one and start a new one, which I'm fine with.
Diablo is really great for 4-player co-op too. I mean, obviously that's like what it's built on, but like, oh man, if they can get it right on the Switch, and I don't see why they couldn't. Like, it came out on PS3, Xbox 360, as you mentioned already. So like, I think this is gonna be great.
Yeah, a lot of people though, it's just another port that we're getting that a lot of people are going to be pissed off about, because we've got too many ports. But guess what? It's a wide variety of games we've never had on Nintendo systems before.
Sure. I'm totally okay with all the ports. Like, I know a lot of people kind of get uppity about that, but like, don't buy it if you don't want it. Like, it's more options.
Yeah, they're usually high quality ports of good games. So, you know, and one of the advantages to it is that sorry, Winnie, I just elbowed my cat. Is that it's portable now. So, all these games that people, poured 100 hours into years ago, they can do it again, but, during a break at work or while waiting in line.
It's a lot easier to pour hours into a game when it's in your hand versus
You're
on
not
your
wrong. Mm-hmm.
Right.
You're not wrong. I mean, we talk about this like each and every week, but like
the Switch effect.
It's literally the Switch makes games better. Like, it really does. Yeah. So, all right. Well, we're going to make this show better by ending the news and moving into Nintendoons. But we're going to take a little break so I can prepare, and I am hosting, so you better get ready for that. We'll be right back.
All right, Eugene, I'm minimizing the Twitch chat so I can't cheat, but I'm leaving the YouTube chat open just in case anyone pops in.
Okay, well,
Fair enough.
I just got into the Twitch chat, so for those of you watching, that's why I've been staring down through that whole news thing.
I thought you were just really making sure there was nothing wrong with your junk.
Well, you gotta check up on it every once in a while.
You do.
Uh-oh. What did I do? Minimize.
What did you do? Eugene broke it.
I minimized Zoom, so then it probably meant that I minimized everybody else's stuff. Let's level the audio. Oh God, it's so loud.
Eugene, I tried to not put hashtag blame Eugene, but I may have to throw that out there now if you're breaking shit.
Right? How's it now?
I blamed YouTube last time.
Are we still blowing out your eardrums here? Okay. Okay. All right, Eugene. Remember, visual, audio cues, and then you can get started. Great. All right, good. Let's do it. Where's my Audacity?
You had a conversation with yourself, and Justin didn't even notice.
What?
See?
Exactly.
I was busy in Twitch, so.
Oh shoot! I just minimized the Twitch overlay. There we go.
What? You have 3 screens. How hard is this?
Because if you hit Windows D, then it minimizes everything, not just the screen that you want.
I didn't even know Windows D was a thing until just now.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
swipe down with 3 fingers.
Oh, dude, I have this mouse. It's a touch mouse, so I can swipe, and then I can swipe like to the left and to the right it's great. I love it.
Yeah, Apple users have had that for like 5 years.
Well, this has been around for 10, motherfucker.
Might even be that long. I don't know how old my Magic Mouse is. My Magic Mouse my computer is not powerful or fast enough to run my Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, so I have to go USB, which is why I have all these things.
I
zip
want you
tied
guys
to
to
it.
know my birthday's in December. I want a clacky keyboard for my birthday. Just
My birthday's
put the
in
idea out there.
January. I want a MacBook.
Okay. We're made of money, right, Eugene?
Right. All right. I'm asking to get Windows commands tips from JZ Beast. Try Windows Tab. See what happens. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, just don't do it right now. You'll break shit again.
All right, guys. Let's do it. I've got my I've got my notes in Audacity. You guys can have some more Windows tips after the Nintendo tunes. Here we fucking go. Hello, everybody! This is Nintendo Radio. Wait, no, this is Infendo Radio. But this is Nintendo Tunes, and we're here. No, this is live. We're doing it live, kids. Yeah, this is the Nintendo Tunes section. This is the portion which you all are here for, I'm assuming, because this is the funnest part of the show. This is the section where I have a bunch of Nintendo tracks, or at least tracks from games that appeared on Nintendo consoles, and these fine gentlemen are going to try and guess what game they came from. So I have only 3 tracks that I can choose from on my section, because there was a ton of Patreon suggestions. So if you were a part of the Patreon, thank you for suggesting that. If you are not a part of our Patreon, what are you doing? Go to patreon.com/Infendo Radio and you can join up for $2. That's it, $2. And you can, suggest a song or for the Nintendo Tunes section.
Justin, there goes your win. It's not just you tonight.
Yeah,
a chance.
So I'm gonna start off with one of my tracks, and my theme is going to be music from games that appeared on the Nintendo Switch. So there you go.
I'm out.
I thought you were just gonna do music from games. I was like, what we do?
I could work with that, but
The reason I chose this is because all of the games, or most of the games that came from Patreon, from our patrons, were from like retro, like NES, SNES. So I figured
I'm screwed.
Yeah, I figured I'd bring in the regular games, or not the regular games, the current games.
So I'm still screwed.
All right, so we are going to get started. Here is your first track. Again, this one comes from me. I think this is going to be easy, so get your buzzers ready.
Silence the game.
1 point for Justin.
I assume you need it to go up then. Here we go.
That just sounds familiar.
It should. How's volume? Too high, too low?
It's a little too low right now.
Let me turn it up then. Better?
Oh, this would be a fun Nintendo. Justin.
Is this yours or
Yeah, this is one of Eugene's.
Yeah, this is one of mine.
So it's a Switch game.
Here is your next track.
what system?
Is this Owlboy?
It is not Owlboy.
Is this Skyrim?
It is not Skyrim.
You had us going there for a sec, Eugene.
All right.
Dark Souls?
It is not Dark Souls. Your first hint, though, is that this game is a port of a game that released on a previous generation. Actually,
that narrows it down
in
half.
this particular case... yeah, I'll give you the hint. In this particular case, it's from 2 generations ago. Ha!
The Blob?
It is not the Blob. Here is your next track.
Yeah.
2 generations. Now let me clarify. 2 generations ago, would Xbox, PlayStation 2, and Wii?
No.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Or not Wii, GameCube, but yeah.
Well, that would be 3 generations ago for Nintendo.
I mean, it was a weird because the Nintendo had like,
They're always staggered.
Yeah. If this was from the Xbox, PlayStation 2, and technically the GameCube generation. However, this game came out after the GameCube was gone.
Okay. And it was re-released on the Switch.
This is correct. Here's your next track.
Jesus.
Wait, is this from Okami?
Yep.
This is Okami. Very nice. Justin is on the board.
Good job, Justin. I did not pick that one up yet.
It's so good. I love Okami. And the music is rad. Like, I think there's like 80 tracks in that soundtrack, and they're all good.
I just think it's a little too Japanese.
Alright, here is your next track. Let me make sure I get the correct person here.
Alright, retro, Justin.
Okay, so
Retro.
here's your next track.
Metroid, Donkey Kong.
This one is gonna be yes, it's gonna be a Patreon suggestion. This one isn't gonna be so retro. I guess technically this came out in the same generation that this one did. Here's your next track. This one comes from One Schnazzy One.
Oh, pressure's on, Justin.
So if you didn't pick up on it, your first hint is that this was a GameCube game.
This,
Prime 2?
No.
I assume that also eliminates Metroid Prime 1. This is going to be my guess.
Yeah, not Metroid.
It's a little too dark and atmospheric to be time splitters.
Is it Resident Evil?
Here's your next track.
1 or 2?
No.
Or I
didn't hear the
guess...
question.
Or I guess 3 or Code Veronica. Is it one of the Resident Evil games?
Okay.
Ports?
Negative.
Okay. Glad we cleared that up.
Sounds
your
so familiar, but
your second hint is that excuse me, your second hint is that this game is a 2004 title, and this is brought to you by Free Radical Design.
is this
Yes,
second
that's not-
type?
Very well done, Justin. That was too much of a hint, maybe.
That was too much of a hint, considering they've pretty much only done Time Splitters and Second Sight. That's their entire library.
Right. I should have given you the publisher, which was Codemasters. Well, Justin
so
is on the
probably
board again with 2 points, so he is in the lead. We are going to move on to another patron suggestion because
Sorry, for Second Sight, do you have the composer up there? Is it Graham Norgate?
your composer is Graham Norgate.
That's why it sounded so familiar. It sounded very Time Splitters.
Very nice. That's a good pull, actually. I'm impressed. All right, so I'm going to give you another Patreon suggestion. This one comes from one Malik Emrys. This one I think is going to be a tough one, so I'm probably going to come at you with the hints. But anyways, here we go.
I think my cat just tried to attack my face.
Shh. I love this soundtrack.
Very 90s.
Your cat loves dancing.
No, she did not. In fact, my cat. Is this... I'm guessing this is Super Nintendo.
This is Super Nintendo. However,
What's
it also released on the Sega Genesis and the 3DO.
3DO. Is it licensed?
It is not licensed. Here is your next track.
Is this Earthworm Jim 1 or 2?
It is not Earthworm Jim 1 or 2.
Is this Gex?
No. I'm going to give you your publisher and your developer because I don't think either is going to help you. At least it wouldn't have helped me. So your developer...
I don't think they'll help.
So your developer is PF Magic and your publisher is Accolade.
Yep. No good.
Yeah, right? I'm going to give you another track and then I'm going to give you another hint. Alright, so this game, as mentioned before, was developed for 3 different consoles. This game was a fighting game. A 3D action fighting game, according to Wikipedia.
3D action fighting game. Well, I know what it isn't. Fighting game. What is 3D action fighting game? Is that like a beat 'em up or something?
If I had it, this looks like a Street Fighter-esque game, but just like.
Street Fighter 1 or 2, but Justin would have got that by now.
No, and it's not Mortal Kombat.
Nope.
Yeah, it's like got like a it's got like a pseudo 3D, I guess like a 3.5D. Like the characters look like they're rendered in 3D for what a Super Nintendo could do, anyways. And then the backgrounds are just static or whatever, moving like that.
Is it Balls?
Ha! Holy moly! This is Balls right. 3D.
Jeez.
Wow!
What the hell is Balls?
Wow!
Huh?
I said that's what you need to suck.
God.
I'm not gonna get a point tonight.
Good.
I am flabbergasted that you got that one. Congratulations, Justin.
Came out for anything but the Super Nintendo, so I took a shot in the dark.
Yeah. That's a good one. Good pull there. All right, so we're gonna move on to a track from one Jay-Z Beast. This one comes.
Back when you guys are done.
This one is not a retro game, and it is not a troll track. So here we go.
Did you give us console already, or?
I did not. This game was multi-console. When it released on a Nintendo console, it released on Switch. All right. Let's get you another track, and then let's start getting you some hints here. Okay, so this game was first released on PC in early access. There's a hint for you.
Paladins?
This is not Paladins.
Yeah, this does not sound like a fast-paced, competitive first-person shooter here.
And there goes the host. Bye, Eugene.
All right, here is your next track. Okay, here's another hint as well. So this game is Wikipedia classifies it as a roguelike, as well as a Metroidvania.
Dead Cells.
This game is Dead Cells. Well done, right. Steve.
You had me at roguelite. There's not too many of those on the Switch.
I don't even know what that means, so yeah.
It's procedurally generated. Basically.
Yeah, it's really. I've played it on PC and it's really good. And I didn't get into it much on PC because it was on PC. I want to pick it up on Switch because I know that's where it belongs, you know, in a handheld form. So I'm excited to do so. All right, thank you, Jay-Z Beast. Thank you, Jay-Z Beast, for your suggestion. Again, if you'd like to suggest a song for the Nintendo Tune section, you can too by going to patreon.com/Infendo Radio. Moving out of some Patreon suggestions, we're going to move into one of mine. This one I think is going to be maybe tough. I don't know. We'll find out. This game appeared on Switch, remember, because that's part of my theme. So here we go.
Star Trek.
It is not Star Trek.
I was thinking Army, the video game.
Well, my other guess would be Jurassic Park.
Neither of those is correct.
Now it sounds like a musical. My messer robbed the game.
That would be an interesting game.
It'd be long.
Here is your next track.
Based? Is this LA Noire?
Ha! I knew I shouldn't have picked that track.
Yeah.
This game is indeed LA Noire. Well done, Justin. You are firing on all cylinders tonight, I swear. Like,
he hasn't won in a while. It's a good win.
I can't pull one past you tonight. All right. Moving on
I'm
to
playing games I've heard of.
moving on to another track from a Patreon suggestion. This
Just
one
toss in
comes.
Shovel Knight.
This one
Sorry.
comes to you
I know
from
that
Phantom, and
Phantom.
away we go.
Excuse me.
All right, Phantom, what have you been playing?
That's a good question.
I know
What have you done?
he's done with Octopath, but that's all I've seen him talk about lately. That I remember. It's an RPG, isn't it?
Kind of? Here is your next track. Nope.
Vacation.
Nope.
That was actually going to be my guess after.
Sounded very Nintendo. Mario Tennis. No shit.
This is Mario Tennis Aces.
Holy crap.
Would you have gotten it from this?
Well,
Yeah.
yes, only because it's Bowser's theme, but I found most of the Mario Tennis music.
I was gonna throw that one in at the end. This one I should have probably given it to you first. This is Wario and Waluigi's theme, and I don't think anybody would have gotten it from here. But congratulations, Steve.
Justin beat.
I think it's 2-3 right now, actually.
Oh, is that all?
It is 2-4.
2-4. So yeah, Justin is ahead by 2, but Steve, there's still
There's a chance.
yeah, this can still happen. We still got some tracks that I think you might be suited for.
By the
Probably
way,
not.
my Blizzard
Probably.
just shut up.
Ooh. Probably not
Blizzard?
this one because I don't even know what game this is. Maybe you do, Steve. Let's find out. This comes from one Mike Corky Dog, and away we go.
I almost said Mortal Kombat, but
I know.
It is not Mortal
then
Kombat.
then it got all weird and electronic.
So interestingly enough, this is also a fighting game, and this also appeared on the Super Nintendo. Nope. This game also was on the Genesis.
Primal Rage?
It is not Primal Rage. Here is your next track.
Is there one called Primal Roar or something like that?
There's
Roar.
both, actually. Yeah, you're right. Bloody Roar, yeah. But it's not either of those. Alright, your next hint is that this game was published by Namco and developed by Visual Concepts.
What system is this?
Super Nintendo.
That didn't exist. Fighting game and don't have
Interestingly enough, Justin, Wikipedia says that, where did I see that there? Okay, yeah, interestingly enough, they're saying that this game has been alleged to be the basis of Namco's Soul Edge Calibur series. Here is your next track. It sounds interesting. It looks cool.
Yeah, I might have to look this up because I love the Soul games.
Yeah. Put it on your SNES Classic. Alright, so another hint, I guess, is that, man, I don't really have many other hints for you. Yeah, according to Wikipedia, this game has an aggressive blocking system similar to Street Fighter III's parry system.
I don't even know any other fighting games.
I'm gonna give you one more track, because that's all I got.
The names of various fighting games are into my head, but I don't think any of them go back that far. Bushido Blade.
It's not Bushido Blade. This game did not have a sequel either, I don't believe.
PlayStation game. I don't think it's even Namco.
Y'all give up?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's a tough one. I've never heard of it. I definitely want to check it out. This game was called Weapon Lord. Weapon Lord, yeah.
Yeah. Never heard of it.
Me neither.
I'm gonna write that down.
Alright, we're going to move on to another Patreon suggested track. This one comes to you from 1-64. And away we go.
Oh boy. Sounds like the exact same game.
How about now?
Not anymore.
I like it.
Shh.
I don't know what it is, but I like it. I don't know
Here's your
any-
next track. Okay, so let's get a hint here. This game is, according to Wikipedia anyways, a side-scrolling platform adventure.
I know.
Did I give you console yet?
Sounds like Super Nintendo.
This is a Super Nintendo game.
Justin
But,
he knows.
however, it also appeared on the Amiga CD32, the Game Boy Advance, MS-DOS, Mega Drive, the Genesis, and finally, of course, the Super Nintendo.
That many systems in its game I probably haven't heard of.
I bet you've heard of it, like tangent, like just in passing.
Licensed?
Justin, what you got?
It is not licensed. I'm going to give you your next track, and then I'm going to give you a sneaky hint to see how well you know your video game lore. Alright, so this game is made by a developer that is no longer in existence, that went under the name Silicon and Synapse. The company's still in existence, that company is not. It's named something else.
I know this music.
All yours, Justin. Have fun.
So this game,
Sorry.
this game on the Super Nintendo was published by Interplay.
Balls.
No, you already guessed that.
Nice.
I would like to clarify that when I did guess that game, I was actually guessing the game balls. It wasn't. Okay.
Here's your next track.
That it is. Okay, Silicon something or other, Interplay. What's the genre?
Platformer.
The genre, according to Wikipedia, is a side-scrolling platform adventure.
This isn't
also
Playmates, is it?
It's not. No, it does say that it's kind of a puzzle platformer as well, though. So take that for what it is, what you will. All right, I'm gonna give you a hint that should probably maybe give it away, but we'll find out. So remember Silicon and Synapse? Well, they no longer exist anymore. That's because they were absolved by another company, their parent company, who published the Game Boy Advance game under the name Blizzard.
Lost Vikings?
This is Lost Vikings! I knew that was going to give it away. There's not very many Blizzard games on SNES.
No.
There's many Blizzard games on Nintendo.
Very nice.
But there's going to be one more now, so.
Yeah, right? I want them to bring Hearthstone, actually, to the Switch, if I'm being honest.
I didn't know this came out on anything else, but it doesn't surprise me that it came out on computers.
Yep, right. Alright, good job, Minus. You almost stumped him. I shouldn't have given him that last hint, and I probably would have stumped him. But that's okay, that's no fun. We're going to move on to one of my tracks. My final track, I believe. Here we go. Again, Switch game.
Disco Vacation.
It is not.
That sounds like a picture.
So, yeah, Switch games. I don't really want to give you any hints right now.
Thanks for that.
So, let's go ahead and give you another track instead.
My God, if I don't know this game, I know the composer.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Alright, so this game appeared on the Nintendo Switch, as I said earlier, but this game also launched with the Nintendo Switch.
Is this Rayman Legends or whatever?
Ooh, good guess, but no.
Or the other Rayman game that...
Origins? No.
Okay, there you go.
Here's your next track.
Snipper clips or...
Ha!
Yeah?
This is Snipper Clips!
My next guess, what was the one with the Harry Potter wizard game, the name I can never remember? That one where it's the big mini-game collection that launched the Switch?
Oh, 1-2 Switch?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Harry Potter, what?
It's got that wizard-looking mini-game.
Every time I think of 1-2 Switch, I think of that cowboy minigame because that's the one that they were advertising all the time. I know which game you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
All right, good job, Steve. So that brings us to a score of, I think, 5-3. Steve, I think if you get these, I think you can actually tie this up.
That would suck for you.
Oh, Lord Almighty, you're not wrong.
First time we've tied up on your week.
I don't know what you do on your weeks, but
My God.
A lot of
All
nothing.
right. Actually. Oh
you
shoot!
can't do a whole lot when he's got you tied up.
No, I messed up. I downloaded this. I'm gonna have to take a look, write my notes here. I downloaded this in the wrong format, and I was like, "Why isn't it letting me open this?" So let me just. Sorry. Let me go and just YouTube it real quick.
That's all right. It's been a fantastic night with no technical difficulties. We're bound to have one at some point.
Yeah, right.
I'm hinting I'm sensing a hint of sarcasm there.
Nah, never. Have you ever known me to be sarcastic, Justin?
All right. I thought I was done with my tracks, but it's because they weren't showing up on my playlist because they're in the wrong format. So this one is also going to be for me. Just give me a second here.
Hey, Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams is coming to the Switch.
What? I've actually I've been like very vaguely interested in that game. That's like the Mario Brothers clone from way back in the day, right?
Right. Yep. Apparently, it eventually got its own identity. I know they came out with a game on Wii U.
On what now?
I think it was Wii U, or maybe I don't know. They came out with a Gianna Sisters game relatively recently. Twisted Dreams.
Interesting.
Oh
yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. I do remember
Twisted
that vaguely.
Dreams, 2009. All right, that wasn't too recent, but you're still futzing around with game music, right?
I have it actually. I'm ready. I just am going to let you guys. I just need to make a note here actually.
Chris Schulzbeck and Machine Supremacy did the music for that game, by the way.
Oh, for Snipper Clips?
No, for Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams. Chris Schulzbeck did the music for the Rogue Squadron series, and Machine Supremacy is a I can't remember what it's called, but they're a metal group that uses an Atari sound chip as one of their instruments.
Interesting. All right. Well, I found my track. We've got 2 tracks remaining. They're both from me. And Steve, this is your opportunity to perhaps win. I don't know. Let's find out.
Nah.
You still working on that novel?
We go.
Bunch of characters.
Remember, switch. I'm sorry?
Ukulele?
Not ukulele.
Rayman Legends.
This is Rayman Legends.
Origins wasn't on Switch. I've played that game completely through twice. Once on Vita and once on Wii U.
Nice. Oh man, I'm getting nervous, Steve! Alright. So my next track I also have to get, but I know where it is. Oh Lord.
Huh? Oh, I didn't know. Ah! I just dripped hot sweat on myself. Because I got this little crock pot in front of me, and it's, condensating, and then it dripped on me.
Yeah, you got to be careful what kind of pot you're talking about on air. The feds will come get you. They've already said they're going to arrest me 6 times over the last 2 weeks, so...
Oh, God.
48-hour notice, everybody.
Quit scratching your balls on the internet.
I know, right?
All right, guys. Here's your final track. This is a game, again, another Switch game. Really sad that I haven't played it. It's got some fantastic music. All right. Away we go.
Indiana Jones.
It is not Indiana Jones.
This is one of yours?
This is.
Is this Monster Hunter?
It is not Monster Hunter.
God, I know this. What the hell is it? Is this Kirby?
This is not Kirby.
Is this ukulele?
It is not ukulele. Here's your next track.
Is it a jackal?
This is basically the same song.
Well, here's your next track.
Which is what made me think ukulele. I can't even turn on my Switch to see what games
Blossom Tail?
It is not Blossom Tail.
Stardew Valley?
It is not Stardew Valley.
Stop getting closer.
Ah, Eugene.
I don't know that I would say you're getting closer, actually. I would say that whoever said ukulele was the closest. Here's the next track.
Damn it.
What's close to ukulele on the Switch?
I've played this, haven't I, Eugene?
Oh, yeah.
Is this Mario and Rabbids?
This is Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Guessed that earlier, but I figured if it was, Steve would have gotten it right off the bat. So I just kind of dismissed that thought.
No, because the only, like, I played maybe 20 hours of the story, and then I put like 15 hours into the DLC.
Yeah, obviously this is... Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, obviously this is closer to ukulele because Grant Kirkhope, duh, but yeah. Alright, that was fun. That was Nintendoons. That was the Grant Kirkhope Hour. Justin is the winner. He has, I don't know how many you have for the year, but obviously you got another one on your tally.
I will look on the break.
So we're going to take a little break here. Justin's going to, he's going to collect his spoils, and we will be right back.
Justin's gonna eat more chips.
I came close, Justin. I came from behind.
Now you're just baiting me.
Exactly. So, Justin, that is your third point for the year.
Oh, let me turn on my light here.
Oh,
turn off my fan.
We're 2/3 of the way through the year. That's so exciting for me.
Posted. Okay, it is done. I'm really bad about updating the Nintendoons tally, so I'm trying to do it during the show now. And where's my Twitch chat?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I can look at that again.
My cat is meowing at my door because he wants to come in. I had to give him a little snugs. Alright. Okay, so what are we doing now? We are doing chain or question block. Looks like Steve. No, who does anybody care to take Minus's question, Justin, or did you want to take Jay-Z?
I don't know.
Looks like Steve has his name on Phantom.
Yep. Because I got some stuff to say there.
Oh, there's the 3-word reviews and
Shh! Spoiler alert.
I don't even understand Jay-Z's question, so I'll take Minus.
Sweet. Fair enough.
Then
All
bring
right.
us back in, Justin. Don't do it like I did the 1 week.
Hang on. Another chip.
Yeah, you're gonna be the bringer, backer, inner. So yeah, let me just level out this audio. What do I want to do? Maybe star theme? Nah, that's too grating.
Give me the overworld. There we go. Oh, jeez. My cat just, like, jumped up in my face. Hi, Kitty.
All right. Remember, Justin, the visual and the audio cues. And
I think Eugene's been drinking.
Surprisingly, I don't drink. Let me just make a note in my Audacity here.
Drinking is not the problem with Eugene.
Question.
Well, word slurring is not a typical side effect of the other. So,
Of the scratching of the balls.
yes.
Can you guys hear my cat freaking out right now?
No, for once.
I guess that's good. Okie dokie. I'm gonna make a note here. Justin, be ready.
All right, welcome back to Infendo Radio. We just finished up with Nintendoons, which I won for the first time. For the first time in forever, I won Nintendoons.
Steve,
Okay,
what is the official tally for the year, by the way, since you checked? We'll ask you later. Put you on the spot there.
Anyway, so we are moving on into the question block. And our first question comes from -64. By the way, if you would like to suggest a question, ask a question, I guess is what you would call it in the language that we call English. If you would like to ask us a question, just go to Patreon and join us at the $3 level. -64 says, give us some 3-word... Sorry, I'm hitting puberty. Give us 3-word reviews for... Well, I'll give them to you.
Let's just do them one at a time.
Right. All right. So, 3-word review for Breath of the Wild. Go.
Oh God.
Really long game.
Immersive.
Zelda.
I'm gonna go with immersive open world.
Okay.
All right. Super Mario Odyssey.
Lots of moons.
Didn't like it.
Oh.
Mario's back, baby. Octopath Traveler.
Ooh.
Hang on. I've almost got it. Not Bravely Default.
I'm gonna go with. Still need a play.
I
Don't
love how
play
neat doesn't work.
RPGs.
This is fun.
Kirby says Kirby All Stars, but I don't think that says Kirby. I assume that means the Kirby Star Allies.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with that. Kirby Star Allies.
Lots of characters.
Played the demo.
Kirby's for babies?
Oh.
You just don't know Kirby the way we do.
Lucas is gonna kill you.
I think there's some involved. And last but not least, Mario Tennis Aces.
Disappointing online game.
Wow, we got multi-syllable here.
I'm gonna go with incomplete. Still like.
Fun with friends.
Nice.
I was say I didn't find the online and Mario Tennis that disappointing, but I played it with the 3 of you guys, so you know.
Honestly,
strangers, I would have hated it.
They've addressed a lot of my issues with the game. Well, not a lot. They addressed one of the issues with the game, I guess. That retry functionality on the single player. I was actually finally able to beat the single player completely, and beat. I think the last one I had to beat was like Kamek or whatever, Kamek, however the heck you say that name, on the ship.
I'm stuck on one of them. That's the one I'm stuck on.
Yeah,
right now.
and well, now that there's the retry feature, it's not so brutal. So when you lose, you don't have to go through that whole dialogue sequence anymore. So like I 100%ed that game finally. Well, not 100%ed it because I'm actually going through the tournament and beating it with each person now. I've beaten it with everybody on the main cup thing, but not now. I'm working through the medium cup and the hard cup, so that'll be fun. Anyways, thank you, Minus64, for bringing us that question. Steve, why don't you take us away with Phantoms?
Before we do that, we're going to interrupt with a score update for Nintendo's for the year.
Okay.
Eugene currently stands at 14 points. Lucas has 13 points. I have 5 points. Justin has 3 points. And Mike still has 2.
Nice. Very nice. Well,
So
Steve.
Justin, you're beating Mike. Good job. I know, right? Phantom asks, not sure if this will come up in the show, but it's looking more and more likely that Philip Mewson plagiarized almost everything he has ever written, to the point IGN has taken down pretty much everything he's ever written on the site. What are your thoughts on the whole situation?
Man, this is a tough one, right?
For those of you that haven't been following this whole situation, Philip Mewson was a former writer for IGN. It was found that he plagiarized his Dead Cells review, and he was subsequently let go. The review was taken down, redone by somebody that actually did the review. IGN basically issued a formal apology over the whole thing. Since then, it's come out that basically every article he's ever written has been published or has been plagiarized, and videos have been plagiarized from not only IGN, like he plagiarized from his own co-workers in some cases. But there's other sites. There was just one that came out today. I'm wanting to say it was Nintendo Life, but don't quote me on that.
Yes.
Okay, so Nintendo Life was one. He's plagiarized from Wikipedia. Yeah, but basically everything he's ever done was plagiarism. So here's my take on the whole thing. He was fired. His shit was taken down. Let's move the fuck on. I'm tired of hearing about this at this point. We get it. He's a liar. He's a plagiarizer. He was let go. IGN dealt with it. Let's just quit, getting publicity just because of it at this point. We get it. This whole thing has basically ruined Dead Cells for me. And not because Dead Cells is a bad game or because there's anything wrong of it, but because I'm so sick of hearing the title. Like, just hearing the title pisses me off at this point.
I don't know that's fair to the game. It's not.
That's a rather irrational.
Yeah.
No, it is, and I fully understand that. So,
I mean, I think it's important us being journalists, I guess. I mean, none of us. I don't think any of us have degrees in journalism, but Brian Altano wrote something about this and posted it on Twitter. And to paraphrase what he said, people like us and who work for IGN, GameSpot, all these other, Nintendo Life, all these other sites, they get these jobs because they're passionate about what they do. Like we at Infendo write about what we love. And what we love is video games. What we love is Nintendo. And if you are stealing someone else's material to get content, it's disingenuous. And I mean, not only that, but it's illegal, obviously, and dishonest. But it's disingenuous to the people who hired you, the people who read you, the people who follow you, to say, oh, I love video games. I love Nintendo. Oh, I love playing these things, but I'm not going to put the effort into it. Now, me personally, I'm lazy. So rather than lie and say I played this game and here's my review, I write my reviews as I play things. So, but it would never occur to me to say, oh, I never played this game. Let me see what somebody else says about it and then put that up.
Sure.
As my opinion. Right.
Sure.
And yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of run its course, but I think part of why it's still a topic of conversation is because we're realizing that this isn't an isolated incident, and it isn't, it wasn't a mistake. And
Brian Altano says that in his letter too. He said that he naively thought that it was an isolated incident.
Yeah, and I mean, as we've seen with other exposés in the past few years. When one person gets exposed, they start to scrutinize everyone else, and for better or for worse, this could end up weeding out the video game journalism population.
Wow.
Did you have an opinion, Eugene? Apparently not, because he has decided to.
I was going to say, I guess to kind of close this off, I don't know. I'm kind of with you, Steve, and I just kind of want this to end, not to the point where like it's ruined my want of the whole entire Dead Cells game, but at the same time, I kind of want this to blow over. Like, yeah, okay, this guy was kind of a dick. Like, sure, he made a mistake. Clearly, he knew what he was doing. Like, as you guys were saying, this was not an isolated incident. So yeah, he needs to pay the repercussions, which probably means that he's, if he ever tries to go to another outlet, he's not gonna get hired. If he tries to set up a YouTube channel, nobody's gonna follow it. So like, he's made his bed. There's a pretty good
chance he'll get sued by at least a few outlets.
Yeah. Sure. So, I mean, he's made his bed, he has to lie in it. I guess the only thing that I would have to say maybe in his defense is that he was saying that, he was under like, a bunch of pressures and all that stuff. But like, even if you were under a bunch of pressures, like that doesn't really make it right, So.
Right.
Okay. So finally, we are going to move on to Jay-Z Beast's question. Speaking of Dead Cells, with the recent upsurge in Souls-like games, do you guys feel like it's becoming oversaturated, or do the games have enough differences to not cause a burnout? So, he does have a follow-up question to this, but let's get this one out of the way first. I'm going to say no. There's Salt and Sanctuary that just came out on the Switch. There's Dead Cells, and then obviously Dark Souls. But like, I think that those games are like, you kind of like how you mentioned, Jay-Z. They are different enough to kind of warrant their own, version or their own purchase, I guess. So like, it's not like that just because I'm going to buy Dead Cells does not mean that I'm not going to have room in my heart for Dark Souls. Maybe I'm unique in that respect, but I don't know. What is your guys' take on this? Do you think there's too many Souls-like games out now?
I mean, I'm just gonna really quickly jump in and jump out because I can't exactly define what a Souls-like game is. I mean, I know that Dark Souls exists. I know it's a very difficult kind of hack and slash sort of is like action role playing or just action?
Okay. Yeah, action role playing. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I guess if I had to, so here let me define Dark Souls in 3 words. I guess it's it is gosh, this is gonna be a tough one. I can't define it in 3 words. Screw that.
Really fucking hard.
There you go. Seriously.
Go if you have something. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say that I guess if I had to describe what a Souls-like game is, it would be like when you die, you lose pretty much everything, and then you kind of have to start from scratch, sort of like a roguelike. But the difference is with the Souls type is that you still have the opportunity to perhaps go in and get that lost experience or whatever if you can make it to the point in which you died. So.
Okay, so it's kind of like Shovel Knight, where if you die in a level of Shovel Knight, you lose half of your money. But if you can get back to the spot where you died, you can retrieve your money and continue on.
There actually
fail, you'll run out of money.
You know what? Actually, I did not put. That's actually part of the reason why I loved Shovel Knight so much when it first came out on the 3DS, because I was equating it to Dark Souls, and I didn't put that together until right now, actually.
So I guess I have played a Dark Souls-like game, but I mean,
fun story. Minecraft does that too.
Yeah,
when you die, you lose all of your gear and all the items you're carrying, but you can get it back if you can get back there quick enough.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, like, I don't think like there is such a thing as oversaturation, certainly, and like genre fatigue, and we certainly saw that, about 10 years ago or so with first-person shooters, particularly, military first-person shooters, and we saw that with party games on the Wii and stuff like that.
We saw it with indie platformers a few years back.
Still seeing it to some degree.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is a certain, but if you can do it well, why not? Like,
Yeah.
a genre can be beaten into the ground, but if you can do it well enough to be recognized for the quality, then I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, we keep on getting more and more like he said, Metroidvania games, and a lot of them just kind of slip through the cracks. But the really, really good ones we all hear about.
Yeah, I mean, same with first-person shooters, right? Like, there's a million first-person shooters, but all it takes is one Fortnite or one, to be the
4.
right? So to answer, let's get to Jay-Z's follow-up question, because he does have another one for us. He asks, so follow-up question, what are some games or series that you guys would like to see subgenres made out of? So like Souls-like or roguelike or Metroidvania. That's a tough one. I guess Souls-like would be my question, because I like that genre. But I'll circle back around to me, and maybe I'll have something else.
No, let me reread this here.
I can't really think of an answer for the second question, to be honest with you.
That's a tough one, right?
So what this is saying is, like a games or series you'd like to see a subject. So kind of like a Hyrule Warriors, you've got a series, and then you've got another game that's not.
Game.
Okay, all right. I don't know. This might be something we have to come back to next week after we've had time to think about it.
Right. Yeah, I think the only thing that comes to my mind right off the top of my head is that I want to see more PUBG style games. And I say PUBG because that was the first one. But like more open world, like, Fortnite Battle Royale type games. That's a type of subgenre I'd like to see grow.
I'm going to piggyback off of that and say I would like to see more Battlefront style games where which is what I thought Fortnite was going to be, where you have like 100 people in a playing field, but you respawn when you die, and it's just whatever team or whatever player can rack up the most kills. So
you're basically just wanting a large scale death match type of thing, kind of like MAG. Do you remember MAG, massive action game in PlayStation 3?
I remember it existing. I never played it. But
yeah,
probably the last and only game I played that was like that was Star Wars Battlefront on the original Xbox, or Battlefront 2. But I would love to see more of those.
I want to see something else like Minecraft. Like I think to all the games that I spend all my time playing on Switch, and the two that really stand out to me are Minecraft and Hyrule Warriors. There's plenty of Muso games out there. So, if I wanted to play another Muso, I've got, probably 10 other games that are available on Switch I could pick from.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing out there that quite does Minecraft the way Minecraft does it. I mean, there's Dragon Quest Builders that does something similar, but not really. There's Terraria that's
where I was going to go.
2D version of it. But there's
Lego
just
Worlds.
Lego Worlds is not even the same thing.
Okay.
There's just nothing that does Minecraft the same way Minecraft does it. And I want to see something else that can do it like that. And I know that's kind of a weird answer, but Minus says Portal Knight. I need to play that still.
Yeah, me too, actually. I hear good things about
that. Speaking of fatigue, can we stop having games with Knight in the title?
Portal Knight, Shovel Knight,
Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight.
There's something else, Knights, that I can't think of, but
Night in the Woods.
Nights into Dreams.
All right. Well, we're going to take a little break before it gets further along into this night, and we'll be right back with Change the System.
This night. Nice.
First night.
Jesus, you guys are going to keep going. All right, let's get Minus says night.
We dance whenever we're able. We do repeat.
I need everybody to know that Infendo Justin has followed us on Twitch. Infendo Justin, whoever you are, wherever you may be, thank you so much for the follow. This music is oddly appropriate.
How's volume?
Good.
Okay. So as long as we're kind of on a mini break anyway, have any of you guys actually played Doki Doki Panic?
Like for a solid 45 minutes, and that's about it.
Okay, so you might have noticed what I'm about to say. The music is shorter.
Yeah.
All of the music is shorter. Like,
it's weird.
Like anybody who knows anything about music, in Super Mario Brothers 2, all of most of the music, like the overworld and the characters, go in what's called AABA format. There's main melody, and then a secondary melody in a different key, and then back to the main melody. The Doki Doki Panic doesn't have the second part, so you use that extra,
and you're expecting it too, especially if you've played Super Mario Brothers 2. You're like, okay, that's just off-putting.
So in the overworld, it's dun 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 dun. That's not in the Doki Doki Panic. I'm like, no, I want my B section. Anyway, that's the music geek in me.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bring us back in. I'll lead us into this section, I think.
Imagine if you're watching a Star Wars movie and during the opening crawl it doesn't go into that
like Rogue One did.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, Rogue One doesn't have a crawl at all. It just goes straight into the movie. It was so jarring,
Yeah, Solo did it too, actually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're not saga movies, and then of course, Clone Wars had the spoken word over the scenes. So
I need to watch Clone Wars, especially with it getting re-upped.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, before we get into our Star Wars podcast, let's get the Change the System section going.
We'll totally do a Star Wars podcast.
For it.
All right, here we go.
Still looking for somebody to help me with a Disney podcast.
Here we go.
Throwing that out there.
Here we go. All right. Well, we've made it to the Change the System section. This is where we're going to talk about the games we've been playing. Guys, I made an oopsie. I bought I bought Sonic Mania.
Yeah, tell us about this.
Physically, in the collector's edition.
The one who doesn't like Sonic. You were caught by our listeners playing Sonic the other day. Out in our Discord. Everybody.
I can't. I almost couldn't pass it up. I was at GameStop. I was like, okay, do you guys have any physical copies of Sonic Mania? She's like, oh yeah, we sure do. I was like, ugh. Okay, and then my girlfriend was there with me because, of course, she's the one that actually likes this game. And then she's like, oh, that's awesome. And she's like, oh, but look, we even have one that has the art book. I was like, oh my god. I was like, is that more expensive? She's like, no, it's actually the same price. I was like, all right. You got me. I'm buying it. I bought Sonic Mania. I bought Sonic Mania Plus.
From GameStop, no less, to add salt to the wound.
And I'm here to tell you, guys, Sonic still sucks. It's not a good game. It really does. It's not good. Everything about this game made me realize.
Lucas wasn't here with us tonight.
This game makes me realize why I dislike Sonic, and it's not. It's basically the same games as what was Sonic 2, Sonic 3 on the Genesis, with updated stuff. And I just don't like the mechanics. The jumps are not the same. I want it to be Mario. I want him to control like Mario, and he doesn't.
But this isn't Mario Mania.
Well, that's his problem, man. Because I don't like it. It's just not good. And then plus, once you really get down to it, it's really freaking easy. You just need to keep one ring, and then you can beat the level. I don't care about getting all the damn Chaos Emeralds or all that garbage. I can blow through this game.
Tell me that final boss was easy, Eugene.
I had the game for all of a day and a half, so I haven't gotten that far yet. I did get stuck on the first time I got stuck was I think on the third level, the chemical plant. That one was a little bit tough, but after I got that was when on that level is when I started to actually learn Sonic. Oh god, I can't believe I'm saying that. It started to actually learn Sonic and how he controls and everything. Granted, I don't like it. I still don't think that it's a good game. It's just not fun, guys. In Mario, for example, there's all these cool secrets to explore. And yeah, Mania has all this fun stuff to go look at too. But the point of Sonic is to be going fast and to just be running and blazing through the levels. So I don't feel like any incentive to actually go and explore, you know, like, and then when I do explore, I'm getting these Chaos Emerald levels, which are garbage, by the way. You're chasing around a stupid robot thingy. Like, I don't like this game, so I'm sorry. I would give it a 3 out of 5. Anyways, that was a Breath of the Wild joke, guys. So moving on to some of the other games I've been playing. I think that the majority of my time spent this week was still in Mario Tennis Aces. I think I talked about it earlier in the show, but I finally 100%ed the adventure mode. I had beaten the main campaign already. I also had, done some of the tournaments, but I hadn't beaten all of the main campaign because I was missing the stupid Kamek or Magic whatever you call him, on the damn ship. That one was eluding me. So was another one of the missions, I think. But I finally got to beat both of those ones because of the retry feature that got added. Thank you so much, Camelot. Thank you so much, Nintendo, for adding that. Now, all I want is for you to give me the option to play like maybe a 2-set match, maybe a 3-set match, maybe a 5-set match. I don't know. Give me that option, please.
It's weird to me that for some reason they took out the option to change which have been there ever since the Virtual Boy game. You've always been able to check whether it's 1, 3, or 5 sets and how many games per set. I don't know why they took that out.
Yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't make sense to me. It seems like a really easy fix. Give it to me, Camelot. Give it to me. Other than that, I do want to talk about briefly my time with Pokemon Go, because that's the other game that I've been putting a lot of time into this last week. There was an event this weekend. Really awesome, the Eevee event. However, I only got one shiny Eevee, and I was really sad about it. We actually went in Pokemon Go with a friend of Heather's, my girlfriend's, and she's actually kind of a Pokemon Go noob. However, she got like 5 shiny Eevees that day. I was so jealous. Oh my god, it was great. But we had a lot of time.
When did this event end?
Sunday.
Saturday. It was 3 hours.
Oh.
Or was it Sunday?
It was Saturday and Sunday. 3 hours each day.
There was an Eevee in my house earlier today, and I didn't try to catch it. And I'm like, oh my god, did I miss the opportunity?
Well, you did miss the opportunity for the shinies. I mean, I'm sure they'll still be around, but they're not going to be as, prominent. Like, literally, I was walking down the street, and there were, like, 15 Eevees at each Pokestop. So, like, it was great.
And I think evolving your Eevee gave it a special move. If you
not evolving it, catching it. So, if you caught all of the Eevees that are caught during the event, I think had struggle or something like that. I'll have to look it up. I'll check right now.
Was it Trump card?
No, I can't remember the actual move. But anyways, I'm still having a good time with Pokemon Go. I know that you guys, well, at least Steve, I know that you had uninstalled.
Yeah, I deleted it again. Yeah.
So, but yeah, Pokemon Go, still fun. I'm doing it. I'll let you know what move my Eevee has here after a bit. Who wants to go next?
I can go next. I played Minecraft this week. Can you believe that? I never play Minecraft. It was very strange for me to do so.
Didn't you have a few days off to do so too?
Yeah, but I'm still on days off, actually.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but the move is Last Resort. Go ahead.
Okay. I knew it was one of those moves you could only use at the end of a set. But yeah, so I took on an interesting project this weekend. I decided to build a minecart station. Well, it's above the big old trench. But what it is, it's a minecart station where it's got 10 platforms on it. Well, actually 11. It's got 11 like pillars that you see right when you walk up to it, and they each have a button and a redstone lamp. And when you push the button, it'll switch the track that you're getting on. And then you put your minecart on the track and push the go button, and it takes you to whatever destination you've selected. And then as you start going to that destination, it resets the buttons, so the next person can hop on and go somewhere else. And then when you come back, it actually puts you at a different spot. That way you don't generally collide with somebody that's heading out unless they head out at just the wrong moment. So basically the way I did it was there's a 12-minute YouTube video that I found that kind of detailed how to build this particular setup. And I watched that 12-minute video 15 seconds at a time over the course of 45 minutes and basically built the reset button. And then I, watched it again to build the stations, the 10 different stations. And then once you build your first station, you just mimic that station for the other 9. So, yes, good call, Justin.
I was going to say, are you going to be one of those people that like starts building calculators out of Minecraft and stuff?
No, I'm not that good with redstone. Like, this was a simple project that I did, and it took me basically all weekend, because after I built the stations, then I had to build the tracks going to people's bases. I did 3 in one night, I did one another night, and then I did the one to Lucas's new base, which is called... Oh shit. Justin, you've played Sonic, haven't you? Hydrocity Zone. So Lucas's new base is called Hydrocity, after the Sonic area. It was 2,000 blocks away.
Oh gosh.
It took me with Lucas's help, it took me like 2.5 hours to build the track to his new base, but it's done. So that was the bulk of what I've played. I've also been on a Power Rangers kick lately. So I fired up my DS and my Super Nintendo emulator that I have on there, and I played Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie.
You know what you need? You need the Game Gear games. The Game Gear games. I know.
But I wonder if I
like two of the best.
I wonder if I can do a
games of all time, let alone Power Rangers.
I wonder if I can do a Game Gear emulator on my DS flash card. I'll have to look into that.
I don't know. I've got it emulated on my NES Classic. So.
Yeah. But yeah, so I played Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. They are both side-scrolling beat-em-ups. Back when I used to play those games on the Super Nintendo, I actually used to prefer the movie, Power Rangers the movie, because it had an upper plane and a lower plane that you could do battle on.
It also had Tommy.
Yeah, that too. The problem with that game,
Nintendo got the Nintendo Power Ranger games got shafted in that respect. The Sega ones got the Green Ranger for some reason.
The Sega ones have crappy music.
Well, the Sega ones
compared to the Super Nintendo music,
the Sega ones have a crappy sound card. Like the Sega sound card sucks. Or chip, I guess.
Power Rangers the movie on both Genesis and Game Gear has songs from the series reproduced in in-game MIDI.
So I'm gonna have to look those up. But the thing I don't like about Power Rangers the movie is if the enemies even touch you, you take damage. In Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, you can actually do like 3 or 4 hit combos. And you can pick the putties up and throw them against one of their counterparts. It just seems a lot more free with what you can do. It feels more like a traditional beat 'em up.
It sounds like Ninja Turtles.
One punch that you're dead. Yeah, very much like Ninja Turtles, actually. Whereas again, Power Rangers the movie, you just kind of have to stay arms reach away from them and then hit them that way.
Yeah, I put Power Ranger when I hacked my Super NES Classic. I'm sorry, I'm kind of taking over your.
No, you're fine.
When I hacked my Super NES Classic and was putting games on it, I put Power Rangers the movie, the Super Nintendo version, on it, and mostly for my kids. And my 4-year-old saw it and wanted to play it. I think he played it for about 5 minutes and didn't like it and put it away. So that's why I made sure I got the Game Gear and Genesis ones.
And that's the other thing too, is wanting to play those 2 games again almost brought me to buy a Super Nintendo Classic this weekend, because I had one in my hand at Best Buy, and I'm like, no, I can't justify $80 just to put 2 games on it, because that's all I really wanted to play on it that I couldn't play elsewhere. And then I also looked at the list that you sent me that shows the compatibility and saw that I'd have to patch one of the games. And I'm like, nah, I'm too lazy to do that.
I mean, really all you have to do is set it to open, and you have to install RetroArch. And then just have the game open in RetroArch instead of the...
Oh, I thought you had to apply in a patch to it, too.
I don't think so. I haven't tried those games, but I haven't tried to do that. But I know Clay Fighter Tournament Edition is not compatible with the built-in emulator. But if you set it to open in RetroArch, it runs just fine.
You'll have to let me know on the Power Ranger games, because if I don't have to patch it and I can just toss it on there and tell it to open through RetroArch,
Yeah,
I might go buy that on my next paycheck.
I'll play with it and see if I can get it to work. But yeah, there's certain games, certain Super NES games that if they don't work in Canoe, you can open them in RetroArch, and usually it'll work.
So, and while we're talking about it, before you start, Justin, last week's show music was actually from Power Rangers, the Game Boy game. And I don't remember the game being very good, but I also don't remember the soundtrack being as good as it is. I'll have to put I still need to load the files into our drive, Justin.
Okay.
But holy shit, that soundtrack is good. Okay, you're good.
I'll have to hook you up with the Game Gear Power Ranger music, because it's pretty awesome, especially if you know like Ron Wasserman's music from the series.
Yeah, I've got several of his albums.
So speaking of the classic editions, that's pretty much all I've been playing this week. I've turned on my Switch, but haven't really been in the mood to play anything on it. And since nobody's ever playing anything, I want to play online with them at the time that I'm available to play. I haven't been doing, I haven't been playing Paladins. I haven't been playing Fortnite. I haven't been playing.
That's a lot of conditional statements there.
Well, I mean, I pretty much play games from roughly 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if it's not that time, then, and if nobody's playing during that time, then I just play something else. On the plus side, got a lot of stuff on my classic editions. Like I said, I've been playing Dream Factory, also known as Doki Doki Panic. And that's been pretty fun to go through. A little bit tougher than Super Mario Brothers 2. There's no run function.
I forgot about that.
And just some of the enemies behave differently. But I've been playing that. I've been playing through Moonwalker on the Genesis.
Oh God.
Oh, I'm loving it. This it's repetitive, but I mean, for a licensed game based on a really, really weird movie with no plot, it's actually pretty fun. I have been playing another game that I'm keeping a secret now, because I think I'm going to do it as a retro review when I'm done with it.
Illusion of Gaia?
No. As a matter of fact, I have been playing Ghostbusters 2 on the Game Boy, which is the only version of Ghostbusters 2 I have not completed. I completed it on the original NES. I completed the new Ghostbusters 2 from HAL sometime last year. So this is the only one I haven't finished yet. Donkey Kong Country 2, I'm nearing the end of, which means I'll be starting 3 as soon as I'm done. Adventures of Lolo, which I think I finally reached the point that I can't get any farther in it.
That game's tough.
It is tough, and even abusing save states. Oh, I finally finished the medium difficulty of the original Star Fox, and started. I'm about 2-3 levels into the hard mode, so I'm going to finally get to see everything that game has to offer after however many years it's existed. Almost 25, I think. I do want to throw out a real quick kind of mini review here, because I bought something last week. A couple of weeks ago, I was playing, I think it was Breath of the Wild, whatever I was playing, and my Switch Pro controller died on me, which doesn't happen very often, but I had to resort to using the Joy-Con. Using the Joy-Con in the grip, which is not optimal for me. It was fine when I first got it, but
now that you got the Pro controller, it's like
it's a little too small for my hands. But I had heard that another company made a Switch controller grip that might suit my needs a little bit more. So I went out. I saw one used at GameStop. It comes from PowerA, and it's a little bit cheaper than the Nintendo one. There's no metal pieces. It clips in through plastic, but it's still if you're watching the live stream, like it still lights up when you press the buttons, so you can still make sure everything's connected. The reason I was looking for this is it's a little better for larger hands. The midsection here is a little bit wider. The grips stick out a little bit more, and they're a little bit like kind of thicker for bigger hands. Plus, they've got kind of a rubberized back to them, so they're a little grippier. And I haven't gotten a whole lot of time with it, but just holding in my hand, it already feels a lot more comfortable than the official Nintendo grip. So if you're looking for a replacement Joy-Con grip, I recommend looking at PowerA.
That one is just like the shell one, right? It doesn't have the actual charging mechanism.
Yeah,
thing
no,
to
it doesn't.
Okay.
It's basically just a hunk of plastic that they slide into, but it is officially licensed by Nintendo, and you can find them at GameStop. They also have ones with Mario designs on them. They've got one with a Breath of the Wild design. They've got a Splatoon one, and I think they've got one for every color. Maybe not every color Joy-Con. They have a Mario Red one for the red Joy-Cons. They've got the black one for the gray Joy-Con, and then they've got the Splatoon one has the Splatoon colors on it. So
nice.
Yeah, so if you're looking, if you don't have a Pro Controller, you're not looking to buy a Pro Controller, but you're not in love with the grip that came with the Switch, look into PowerA. They're available everywhere, and I think it's noticeably more comfortable than the Nintendo one.
Interesting. For people with big hands, I guess, huh? All right. Well, that was that. Great. We've played all the games. We've changed all the systems. Justin's won all the Nintendo's.
We've Nintendo all the tunes.
But that's it for today's show. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching us live, thank you very much. I know you're not watching us on YouTube because they suck tonight. But if you watch the Twitch or the YouTube channel after the fact, make sure to like the video. We would really appreciate that. On Twitch, I'm not sure how it works. I think you can like thumbs up it or something like that. I don't know. Do the thing on the Twitches. That'd be great too. We appreciate that as well. If you want to find all the things that Infendo is doing, just go to infendo.com. You can go to our Patreon from there. You can go to our merch shop. You can, like I mentioned before, you can add your friend codes to our friend code table, the ever-growing friend code table. It's got all kinds of fun stuff on there. Pokemon Go codes. It's got Minecraft IDs if you want to join in on Bubbletopia or whatever the hell that thing is called.
Stamp.
I'll get it one day. You
will
can do
get
all the
Minecraft
things.
One day.
Oh no.
Not Eugene.
Google Gobble, one of us.
But yeah, please go to Infendo.com. We'd appreciate that. You can follow us all from there as well. If you want to just follow me, you can do that on Twitter by going to @InfendoEugene. If you want to follow everything Infendo is doing, just go ahead and follow @Infendo on Twitter. Where can we find you this week, Steve?
All right. You can find Lucas, who's not here tonight, at Chromatic Hue on Twitter. And he has a Patreon. I think you go to, chromatichue.com?
Nope, you go to HueAdventure.com.
HueAdventure.com. I knew it was one of those two. It has Hugh, damn it. You can find me at Gentis1 on Twitter. You can also find me in our Minecraft realm. Shoot Lucas a message.
Don't shoot Lucas.
Sort. Well, yeah, don't shoot Lucas, but get Lucas a message with your Microsoft account information, and he will get you an invite to the realm. It's really taking shape. Like, it's really cool. Lucas has started on his second base. I'm about to start on mine. I spend way too much time there, like an ungodly amount of time. And that's about all I do anymore. Minecraft, the show, Twitter. Yep, that's it. Oh, at Gentis1 on Twitter. I can't remember if I actually said that.
Nice. where can the people find you, Justin?
You can find me on what?
Oh, he said we the people. I got distracted. Go ahead.
Anyway, you can find me on Twitter at Infendo Justin. I almost forgot what my Twitter handle was. All of my gaming stuff is there in my profile, so shoot me a friend request if you want to play something with me. My pinned tweet says all the games that I like to play with people when I'm playing the Switch, which again is usually late at night my time. I also write and tweet about Disney World, Disney Parks at Utilidork, UTILIDORK. I've got a blog that I'm hoping to someday expand into a multimedia extravaganza at utilidork.com. There's going to be a new blog going up on that probably in the coming week. So look out for that. And if anybody would like to help me with podcast or vlogs for Utilidork, if you love Disney and got a lot of information, hit me up. I need partners.
Right. Very nice. All right. Well, don't forget to go to our Discord channel and come play some games with some cool people. Like we said before, you can add your friend codes. You can do the things. Come hang out. We have a good time in there. We don't bite. Well, Justin does, but not hard. All right. Well, we are going to get out of here for the night, guys. We will catch you all later. Thank you, and good night.
Bye, everyone.
I'm waving for those of you who are listening at home.
For those of you that are not watching, but you should be.
It didn't end up being terrible that we had to be on Twitch, I guess. Actually, we found out that the delay's a lot less. So maybe, again, like Twitch might be a more viable option than YouTube at this point. Who knows?
Hashtag switch to Twitch.
You and your hashtags. All right, Twitch. It's been real. Thanks for being with us. YouTube, if you're watching this after the fact, because I'll probably upload it to our YouTube channel anyways in post. Like and subscribe, and go back and watch the other videos and like and subscribe. I think you can only subscribe once, but if you can do it more than once, do it too.
Mm-hmm. We need all the subscribes we can get.
God.
I'm not gonna lie, you're a pretty decent looking Batman.
I'm saying, right?
Of course, I can't think of any lines to throw out there. I've already said I'm Batman, and I'm blanking.
I'm Batman.
Anything else recognizable?
Whoa,
all
where
right,
did it go? It just vanished.
live peoples. Catch y'all later. Wave to the live peoples. Adios. Push
Bye,
the
live
buttons.
peeps.